Oh, knife sharpening stream. Just getting set up here. Going in with the Sharpening 1K. And knife sharpening is a little bit different than your typical razor sharpening. Some things are pretty much the same. Like, for example, you're removing material. So, in that sense, it's the same. For knife sharpening, I always like keeping some slurry. And today I'm going to be sharpening this custom knife. Lars, what's up, my man? It is a carbon steel. I believe it's blue steel. So yeah, I want to make sure that this is razor sharp. When I'm sharpening knives, I sharpen them in sections as opposed to I would a straight razor, and then I blend it together. This is a little bit thick, so I'm going to add a little bit of water. Always, the side that you're sharpening, you're going to feel a burr on the on that side, on the opposite side, because it kind of like moves. As opposed to razor sharpening, knife sharpening, you have to keep the angle yourself. Oh yeah. And since you have more material, and usually the bevels are bigger, it feels like it takes longer to sharpen these than you would a straight razor. This one still has a long way to go, in my opinion. Trying to feel here. We're aiming for HHT5 on this one. You said nobody likes my videos? I would disagree. About to be monetized. Gamer Bro, thanks for subbing, my friend. Just sharpening some kitchen knives here. Trying to keep the same angle throughout. What's up, Josh? That is not how you sharpen a knife. Well, I guess because you said so, it's the truth. Alright, it seems like we got a burr on this side. Perfect. So, what's up, Robert? What's up, Eddie? Gamer Bro, what's up, Josh? Hope you guys are doing well. Gonna try to get this the sharpest I can. You say you prefer to use a guide? Yeah, you can use a guide as well. I don't think there's any wrong or wrong way. Right or wrong way. As long as it's doing some cutting. What's up, Rob? Hola, muchacho. I gotta grow that mustache. I do. So I try to sharpen in sections and then I blend it together, keeping that same angle, not moving the wrist. But there's so much more material you gotta remove with a knife as opposed to a straight razor. And always, the second side that you sharpen, you're gonna feel like you create a burr faster on that side because you already have the other side that has created a burr. So it feels like the edge comes in quicker. Josiah, what's up, Josiah? You like that Cuba Libre? It's a great soap, man. All right. Now I'm trying to make that burr a little smaller, trying to weaken it by doing the same amount of half strokes on each side. I used to use guides before when I started. Now I prefer doing it freehand. And I started like 7 years ago sharpening knives. I sharpen all the knives for my family's restaurant. And you can see there's even some undercut here on this knife, as you would a straight razor. But all right, gonna read the chat here real quick. You guys are gonna make a soap together, soap collaboration. Right here, I can feel it needs some work. So before we move to the next step, you always gotta make sure that, oh, thank you. It has my name on it in kanji, right here. It was a custom knife. Blue steel. This is blue steel. So I have to be careful and make sure that I'm wiping it off. Don't leave water too much time on it. All right, I think we're good. I think I can blend that together now. I dislike cutting bread with a dull knife. I always cut bread with this type of knife and not a serrated knife for some reason. The cuts always seem a lot smoother. Don't want to go off frame there. You want to keep the wrist the same angle. So not moving the wrist, doing the work with your arm. I'm looking at the bevel here off camera. It looks really nice. Checking with the thumb pad test, see if it grabs, it bites. And there's a huge improvement right there where it wasn't. Yeah. Huge improvement. So I think we are ready to move to the next step. Let's get a razor sharp knife. Let's see what we can do. Put this stone here to the side. Going in with the 3K. It's not growing much. It has been a productive day. Let's go. Will we get a shave test, though? Depending on how sharp it is, maybe we will. Who knows? What's up, John? Do you like my knife? It is from Sakai Takayuki. It has my name right there. Just your normal blue steel knife. So it has a little patina there. What's up, Jade? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is having a great Sunday. All right, gonna add a little bit more hydration here to this stone. Growing a stash. Everybody wants me to grow a stash. I have a set of handcrafted knives from Soligen, especially made for my passed-away father. Dude, if you have those old knives, you keep them in good shape, they will last you forever. What's up, Jade? Thanks for subscribing. Dupa. I just touched the very tip of this knife, and I can feel how sharp it is, man. Holy shit, that's like a spear. That point. They call it a whetstone because it's wet. No, actually, the wet is with an H. And basically that meant like sharpening knives, like a sharp knife, I think it's what it called, or sharp stone. But whetstones are wet. Dude, there's something so therapeutic about sharpening a knife freehand. Right now I'm trying to lower the amount of half strokes I'm doing. If there's a foil burr, or a foil edge, I can weaken it. Happy birthday, Jade. All right. Let me see how the knife is doing. It has a really nice bevel here. Oh yeah. Oh yes, sir. All right, I want to move to another stone now. Have a little cup of coffee. Oh, and that coffee is good. So we have a Nakayama now. Pretty big jump now, but hey, a knife doesn't really care whether or not it's a smooth cutter. It just wants to cut, you know. Doesn't care if it's comfortable shave or whatnot. Now, I've had some trouble with this Nakayama with my razors. It feels like it gets them way too keen, even on misty slurry. So maybe I need to end on a little bit of a thicker slurry, who knows. But that has just been what I've been playing with lately. All right. Wipe down the knife real quick, make sure there's nothing in it. And here we go. Putting a J-knot edge on this. This feels like a really nice cutter. This stone is a really nice, beautiful cutter. What's up, friends? Oh, yeah. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stone. Alrighty. Minimizing that burr if there's a chance for it by doing smaller and smaller half stroke counts. Looks like I'm wiggling a lot. Well, it might be the stand that I'm using. All right. Now, I'm going to refresh this a little bit. Alrighty, just like that. And I'm going to go with a slightly higher angle. Same on this side. All right. Kitchen knives are the best for self-defense. Thankfully, haven't had to do that for self-defense, but I hear you. All right, have a strap here, just in case there's any burr. How much do you guys usually strap your kitchen knives? Show how I strap, but the strap is kind of wet. You can also strap. I'll show here. You can strap on the stone. Because I don't want to wet the strap. All right, see you, Josh. Yeah, just put a little micro bevel on it. Let me go get a piece of paper. All right, piece of paper. I got the knife. And if it cuts paper, it cuts tomatoes, beans. What do you cut beans? Cuts tomatoes, onions, garlic. Now I don't know. This is razor sharp, but I don't want to cut myself here. Yucky. That's fucking yucky, man. All right, let me put this knife to the side because now I don't want to use it. I gotta clean it up first. All right, but I have another knife here. I don't want to have any hair in there. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like testing with my arm hair. I know it can do it. I just then have to deal with cleaning up the stone. And then I'm kind of yucky for that. So, like, I gotta make sure I clean that knife. I don't really like too much diamond emulsions. I'd rather do my stropping on a... Like, I know I could probably get better results if I use a diamond emulsion. But... I don't know. That's just more work. But I get you. I get you. I'm free to getting. I would love to get more help. So you send me that through email, and I'll check it out. Is this the 1K? Yeah, this is the 1K. Oh man, see, now there's freaking hair on this one too. So that's why I don't like. I know I can get them to like shave arm hair, but I don't usually do those tests because then I'm cleaning everything up and gonna leave that slurry there. What's up, Jade? You just have to buy it and put it on the leather. You will have way better results in the end. All right, I trust you. I trust you. Oh, this is a Kiritsuke from Shun. That's pretty much it. Kiritsuke. 8-inch chef knife. But I don't think that was bad results. I mean, it shaved my hair right there. And it was cutting the paper pretty nice. When my neighbor sharpened once a knife and he cut his finger, he threw the knife and the stone away, screamed loud, no more. I feel that. The trick to keeping the same angle is right here. So lock up your wrist when you're have the angle that you want. And I usually have it right there. I'm locking up my wrist, so you can kind of see my vein there. It's locked up, so I never move that. And if I have to make the knife go up, I raise my hand, so not my wrist. And that's something you kind of get by I don't know if there's a burr there because I kind of did a micro bevel, so if there was a burr, I would think the micro bevel would take care of anything. But I could be wrong. Again, I'm not Boost Bliss. I'm not someone that makes YouTube videos to see how sharp my knife can get. Usually, the knife sharpening that I do is out of necessity for the restaurant that our family owns and having to sharpen knives every day. So I try not to do too many wrist gymnastics. All right, I'm going to check the knife here in a minute. Let me see. I want to see how it feels on the thumb pad test. Yeah, we got a sharp knife, sharp knife. Let's go to the 3K, baby. right. Usually, if I'm doing a knife, I probably just stop at 1K for most kitchen knife work. I do have a knife that is up to 8K, and that's if I'm doing like fish work. It's a asymmetrical. It only has basically I sharpen it more on one side than I do the other. And that's the one I have really fine. It's kind of like a sashimi knife. But other than that, I wouldn't go any finer than 3K usually. Most food doesn't really... I mean, even at the restaurant, I only use a 400. And the girls really seem to like that grabbiness that you get. Let me see this. Shit, even this is freaking taking up arm hair. Let me clean this up a bit. I gotta go now. See you later, man. Or ma'am. Man or ma'am. Alright, I want to go back to this chain out here. Bye-bye. See you in the next one. Thanks for being here. This one's really enjoyable to sharpen on. Let me take another sip of the coffee. So when you guys sharpen your knives, how high do you go in your progression? Cold coffee? No, it's a little bit warm. To a fine washita? Hell yeah. I don't think you need to go super high on a knife. That's for kitchen work. But, you know, some people really like those super mega high polished edges. I go to 1200 grit on a Lazy Man Rui Pro Sharpener. Maintain the bevel angle for me. Is that the guy that does the YouTube videos, the Rui? All right, let me see. I love these Kiritsukas. They're super fun to play with. No, Ruizin is a sharpener system that locks the angle in once you just slide in the stone. See you, Robert. Have a good one. Next time, yeah, we'll see each other next time. Take care, Robert. Yeah, take care, Robert. Alrighty. Now I need to get a piece of paper and we can check this bad boy out. Hopefully it's sharp enough. I think that's sharp enough to cut tomatoes. Well, this one already had a really nice edge, Robert, because this one's the one I use the most. As you can see, I have this one's beat up. Okay, my girl's gonna kill me. Because she don't like it when I have my arms like this. She don't like it. I'll tell you that much. All right, I think this one's ready as well. I'm gonna put it on the side. If I run out of arm hair, you move to your legs. All right. Throw away this paper. And I have a razor here. This is kind of like a wedge. This is a spike razor. And I just want to touch it up a bit. Maybe after this one I go to the one I got from Eric as a gift, the Olympus stone. Very happy with the gift that he got me. Very generous of Eric. That is one crazy gift, I know. So what are you guys up to? What have you guys been honing up recently? What's up, Belaz? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Dude, Japanese naturals have such a unique smell to them. What the fuck? Yeah, they kind of stink, but in a good way. I had a small chip that needed to be removed this morning, and it took me a couple hours to work out. What was the whole process on removing that chip? Sharpened some cheap Amazon finger blades. Looked like toys, but wife wanted them sharp. I like that. I like that. You see, my wife, she's actually pretty good with knives and all that stuff. Like, I taught her how to take care of them. And I have, like, placeholders for them. Like, magnetic placeholders. So when she's done, she doesn't put them in with, like, a bunch of knives or in a drawer. She puts them on there, and it keeps them nice. So if you're having trouble with your wife, like, wrecking your knives, talk to them. Have, like, proper storage. Proper storage is probably the best thing you can do. What HHT do you get off your knives? I don't know. It's probably like HHT3 off my knives. I'm not a huge knife guy in the sense that I don't try to get super keen like I do razors. But I just want them to perform very well. Let me use the slurry that's in this side, so I'm going to switch this. I didn't want to go rougher stone. The lowest I had to go was the water of air. I made a wood case for my knives so they are protected. Smart man. Alright, let me get some laps in here with the X-stroke. So I'm going to move this a little bit faster. Very nice undercut there. That's wanting to stick, so I think since it wants to stick, I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch to that Olympus stone. What are you sharpening? A straight razor? Yes, I am. And I'm going to move to this Olympus stone that Eric got me. Thank you again, Eric. Beautiful gift. I'm surprised how fast the Olympus stone slurries up. I thought it was going to slurry up a lot slower. Where do you get these Olympus stones from? There's a guy on YouTube. I gotta link you his YouTube channel. But he's from Greece. And he mines them and sells them. He's a really chill guy. John, I miss your content, man. Not gonna lie. There was some weirdness in there. Rogue particle. I don't know. This is like a perfect size stone, man. This is the shit I like. Small little stones like this. I can feel it, man. There's some weirdness in there. I think we got it. Where do you get your whetstone? Depends which one. Cauticles from Rodin's. Janats from Bai. Synthetic stones from Sharpening Supplies. This one's from Greece. Nemesis blade. Yeah, that's his name. I was confused because his handle is different, but his name is Nemesis blade. So yeah. This one I use for cutting baby tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. No, I finished my knife sharpening, and then I was like, I have a razor there. I need a touch up, and here I am. Let's see. Just soap and water. Hairy tomatoes, yep. How gritty is this stone? This stone is super fine, dude. Not even gritty. My dog's gonna bark. It is smooth as glass, Matthew. All right, let's get some quality strokes in here. Do you have a good strop? I have a few good strops. For my rough strop, I just use old jeans, by the way. All right. Doing good, doing good. Very nice. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you guys in the next one.